Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So 11/11 is around the corner, so this video would just be in time for you to learn the tips and tricks on how to buy on Taobao, all English tutorial, and hopefully you'll find it useful and get really good deal. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, of course, you have to download the Taobao app onto your phone. Once you open the app, if you don't have an account, you already start to see like on the main page all the kind of promo items and stuff like that. But then you realize you'll not be able to buy the items yet because you don't have an account. So what you have to do is click on the fifth button, and it's like a little avatar there, and it says in Chinese, 我的Taobao. What it means is your account. So what you have to do, so if you're a new user totally, you will have to register your phone number. It's pretty straightforward. What they will do is they will send you a verification code by SMS. Key in the verification code, and then the next screen that you will see, you're already in Taobao. So you have already successfully set up your account just with your phone number, and with that you can already see most of the deals and you're able to add them into your cart. Before you start buying and get really excited about it, first you have to set up your address so that they can send the things and send the items to the right address. So what you have to do, you click on the address page and you will see here, again it's all in Chinese. So basically the first part of it is 收货人, it means the receiver. So you have to put in the name of the receiver. Then you can put your own handphone number. So you can choose your area code and then you can input your own handphone number. The next box that you have to choose is basically your location. So you go into this thing on the third line, it says your location, you click in. You have to choose where you are. So on the left side on top, you'll be able to see like there's two different options. So one option is within China, or the cities within China, and then the second option is actually overseas. So overseas, you'll be able to see Singapore. So on the top column, you already have all the like hot countries that are outside of China. So you can just click Singapore, and then you will see all this list of places that is within Singapore. They kind of grouped it into like different areas in Singapore, but you realize that, you know, the grouping's a little bit weird, but don't worry about that. That doesn't, you know, you still receive your items even though like the place is kind of, you know, not where you're living. So depending on your address, for example, if you live in Queenstown, you just type in Queenstown, you go and then you can search basically for the place. So you just click on search and then you see like Queenstown, Tiong Bahru. So they've clustered the places together. So as long as you know it's within your neighborhood, you can already click in. And then after that below, that's where you actually put in your actual address. So like this is Queenstown, and then you know whichever is your actual address, the regular way you type in, then you put it in, and then after that you put in your postal code. So then after that, you can also label this, is this your home, is this your office, or anything like that. And then after that, you can save it. Okay, so once you have keyed in the address, so you'll be able to see it under your address, you'll be able to see it. And then there you are done. So basically, if you put in Singapore addresses, what they will do is Taobao will actually forward it to their warehouse, and then after that, they will ship everything to your home directly. So this is much easier than Easy Buy, because Easy Buy you still have to go and collect, and when you ship directly from Taobao, it comes to your doorstep, and no matter how big the item is, it comes to your doorstep and you don't have to go through the hassle of booking a time slot and collecting, especially when you are buying heavy or bulky items. So now that you are set up, so you have your account and you have your address set up, you are ready to shop on Taobao. Of course, when you first open the app, it will be really overwhelming, especially if your Chinese isn't that great, and also if you're not a native speaker. It's gonna be a little bit tedious, but then it's not impossible to shop. So one good thing about Taobao is that once you have searched certain items, they kind of have an AI to know, you know, what kind of things you're into, and then when you start to scroll down, you'll be able to find recommended items, and those are already really good deals and very good matches to what you want to look for. So you can see the app is very simple. It's almost like Lazada. So either you can put in your keyword that you want to search for, or you can take a photo of it. And the photo search is actually quite accurate. So again, if you don't speak Chinese, or you don't know what the item is called in Chinese, you can always Google a picture, and then after that use the AI photo search to try and find your items. So all you have to do, for example, if you're looking for anything, for example clothings, and also one good thing is, you see when I type Yifu, which is clothing, they will actually give you like keywords, recommended keywords. So let's randomly click into any items. So here you will be able to see, you know, all these are all the clothings and the top recommended one. So let's just take for random here this first shirt that I see. You can see here it's actually 20 yuan, and then after that, you know, there's 490 people who have paid for the item. So one good thing is to look at how many people have paid for the items, because you don't want to get items that, you know, no one actually bought before. So if you see that, okay, 400-ish actually is a good number, what you can do is you can click in, and then there you get to see the whole profile of the item. So you scroll down, and then you will be able to see this section called the review. So I always go for the review and see you the actual product. So I click on review, and then you can see 有图或者视频. It means that, you know, the items in picture. So the picture review, so you can scroll through the picture review. So you can see all the picture reviews of people wearing it, the different colors that they bought, the different sizes. And it's also good when, especially when you're buying clothes, what I always look for is I look for the picture review and kind of look for the girls who have almost the same sizes as me and see how it looks on them. So roughly they will tell you, you know, what's the kind of material, and you can actually see how it looks like when it's worn. Of course, it's not 100% accurate, but then this is the best that you can get to. And then you can also scroll down and you will see the sizes, the description of the product, just like the same as Lazada, how you would see it, and also the colors of the product, etc., etc. So if you're happy with the product, then you can click add to cart. So you can click the orangey yellow button, and then that's where you can choose your size, you can choose, you know, the color that you want, and then you now have to double check, because every time they put the promo price, but actually that's not the actual price they're paying for. So you can double check here, which is, you know, now it's 69 yuan. So if you're happy with the price, you can confirm, and then the item will be in your cart. So once you go into your cart, that's there where you see the item. So once you have done that, you can continue shopping. And one tip is, during sale, what they always do is you buy an X amount, and then you will be able to unlock some promotions or discount. Okay, so after a very long while, I've added all my things into my cart. So what I did is I want to check out all the 300 yuan promo first, and then after that I go for the 200 promo, so that, you know, I'm very clear how much promotions I get and I can max out my promotion. So now I have all my items and it's 1,000 yuan. That's around like $200. So I'm gonna check it out. So all you have to do once you click in, and if you really want to see, you know, line by line what are the promotions that you have gotten, you can click on this little arrow up, and there you'll be able to see like the total items is actually 1,240 yuan. For example, in my case, I've unlocked 160 yuan in terms of the 300 yuan promo. And then also like all the 11.11 shop discounts amount up to 65 yuan. So total off, it's around 200 something yuan off. And if you're happy with that, you can go into the checkout page. What you have to do is basically click on the address, and then you click on the address that you want to send out. Don't worry if it looks a little bit odd. It doesn't matter, because as long as you have input your Singapore address correctly, Taobao has a way to figure things out and send it to you. In the middle, you'll be able to see, you know, what kind of shipping method you want. So if you're not in a hurry, the cheapest would be sea shipment. It takes around 3 weeks for the items to reach Singapore. The shipping cost it's a little bit complex. Actually, even up to now, I don't know how to explain the shipping cost. But then most of the time, what I realize is that it's roughly, I pay around 150 Sing dollars for every kg. And also one thing to note, sometimes you'll be like, oh, I just buy really light items, then why is it so expensive for shipment? Because they do volumetric measurement for the weight instead. So even if your thing is 1 gram but it comes in a box that is like 20 by 20, they will measure out the 20 by 20 as the weight of the item instead of the 1 gram item. You can either choose sea shipment, or if you're in a rush, you want the item really fast, you can choose air shipment. So interestingly, during this promo period, during 11/11 sale, they also lower down shipment. And one thing about sea shipment is that it goes in like a big cargo, right? So the more you buy, actually the cheaper the shipment will be. So what I really suggest is for you to accumulate all the items that you want to buy and buy them at one go instead of checking out items one by one, because that's going to be more expensive in terms of shipping. For me, sea shipment is my default, so I've clicked on that. And then that's where when you scroll down, you can kind of further review, you know, how much the item is, and also it's a chance for you to say, hey, I want to edit my cart and I don't want to buy this item anymore. And then once you scroll all the way to the bottom, that's where you can use some of the credit. So I have some Taobao coins that I can less off, which is just like 1.2 yuan, not a lot. And then I also have collected an ang pao of $5. So the hack that I realized, so basically you have your card, apparently it can't be more than, you know, a certain amount. So I kind of just locked it into batches. So I've reduced my card checkout to 300 yuan, so that gives me that $40 off. And then what you have to do is to add in your Citibank credit card. So you can see here there's a $1.42 SGD. What it means is that 3% card waiver, and it has been waived off because you see a minus sign below. So basically that's that, and I'm ready to proceed to check out basically for this batch of items. So let me just check out the rest of my stuff, and then after that let's see how do we check, you know, where our shipment is, because this is not the final price that you pay. So this is the actual product price, but then after that it gets shipped to a warehouse and it gets consolidated, and from there you would actually have to choose, you know, once all your items have reached the warehouse, you will have to check it out again from the warehouse, and you will pay for the shipping from there onwards. So the two fees that you will pay will be the shipping fee, so it depends on the weight of the shipment, and then also the other one, which is the port fees. So these two fees add up will be another amount that you have to pay before, you know, all the cost is final. So now is for the exciting and excruciating part of waiting for all the items to reach, and then also at the same time to stop scrolling your Taobao. This is a good time to stop and keep the app or delete it, because this is the part where while waiting you'll be wanting to buy even more to make up for your shipment. So it's very easy to fall into the trap of like overbuying. So while waiting, stay sane and stay clear of buying things. So I'll come back in the next video to show you, you know, what my cart will look like when my items have reached, and then we can proceed to the next part of the video. Hi everyone! Welcome back. So today we're gonna do part 2 of the video, which is teaching you how to track, you know, your orders that's already in the warehouse and how to ship them to Singapore. So this is the second time I'm re-recording this because the previous one, there wasn't any sound because my mic wasn't connected properly. So this is the second time. Hopefully this works. So step number 1, of course, open your Taobao app, and what you have to do is to click into the last icon at the bottom. So it's the 5th icon where you can get to see your profile. So once there, what you do is scroll all the way down and you'll be able to find this section over here, and there is again like 5 different icons there, and you can click on the first icon. So click on that, and then you can go into the next page, which is all the details of the items that you have bought. So you can see here I have 51 items. You can also scroll down, you'll be able to find out what's their weight and also what's their volumetric measurement of the product. So like some products you can see here 12 times 10 times 15 cm, that's the measurement of the box that it came with from the seller. So one thing to note is that in this process you can only check out 30 items in one shipment. So here I have 51, so it's more than 30. So I can only click on 30 of them and then ship them out. So I'm just going to go ahead to click on the items, the 30 items that I want to be shipped out first. Alrighty, so I've already clicked on the 30 items I want to be shipped out. So next you'll be able to see the total shipment cost of the items at the bottom. And if you're happy with that, you can click on next. And then again, they will have this one option, which is the shipment or the delivery right to your doorstep. And here it's important to recheck your address to make sure it's correct, and also your contact number. So once that's all checked, again click on the orange button to go into the next step. So in the next step, you'll be able to see that this is one order, one shipment. There's 30 items in total, and then you can again scroll down to see the 30 items to confirm that you want to ship them together. So after that, again confirming that it's correct, you can click next. So the screen that comes out would be Alipay, and you see that it comes out in USD. Don't worry about it. You can actually click on other payment option and put in your regular Singapore credit card. So one pro tip is I am using my GrabPay card. So Taobao allows you to pay with your GrabPay MasterCard. So what that means is if you have it, you can top it up with your regular credit card and then pay with your GrabPay. So you can get your own credit card benefit with whichever bank, and also your GrabPay points. So once you're happy with that, you can click next. And then finally, they will do the conversion of the costs, how much it cost in Singapore dollars. And then you can also see that there's additional service fee, which is the 3% credit card service fee. So there's no way you can eliminate that. It's just a small portion of the total amount that you're paying. So once you're happy with everything, you can click Pay Now. And here you can see that I've also unlocked myself some Grab points. So once everything is confirmed, they basically tell you that your order is done and it's on its way to Singapore. So usually if you do by sea shipment, it takes around 14 to around 21 days, so 2 to 3 weeks for it to come, because it will be a long journey from China all the way here. So basically that's two methods how you can buy on 11.11. One is via Taobao sea shipment, which I really recommend because that's the cheapest way you can get from Taobao. Of course, if you're buying some things that is more sensitive, like candles that I bought this time round, then you can go with a third-party forwarder. So those are two ways you can ship from Taobao. So now it's your time to shop. So we are 3 days away from 11.11, and I hope that you get the best deal that you want. And also, of course, one pro tip, just like how you shop on Lazada and Shopee, you can already start adding your items into the cart. And I think now you'll be able to see what promo they're running, which is every 300 that you buy, you get 40 yuan off. And also every 200 yuan you buy, you get $25 off. So depending on what items you have, they have different promos for that. And of course, there is also a card waiver from 11.11 onwards. So do remember to use all of these promotions. And if there's any questions, please leave it in the comment box below, and I'll try to reply you before 11.11. And if not, let's wait for the next video where we'll all unbox our 11.11 items together. Happy shopping! Bye!